Thank you so much for watching again. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Pisces for November 2016. Before I go on with the reading, I just wanted to express my gratitude for all of those people who have subscribed, all of you who are watching, for all the likes, for all the comments and all the questions that were sent my way. I was I was overwhelmed by the amount of people that have commented and sent me private messages, and I am filled with gratitude. So thank you so much for all the wonderful feedback. So I'm going to start today with the 5-card spread. I'm going to do it a little bit differently than last time. I will use the first 5 cards at the onset of the reading, and then I will use last card, angel card, as the final message that Spirit wants me to forward to you. So let's start off with your present situation. And what we have is heartache and loss. And this is very much a mental card, meaning there's a lot of feelings and thoughts pertaining to some kind of a loss that you are experiencing. Now let me ask for more clarity. You are in a situation where you feel like you are losing or about to lose something, and you feel that your hands are tied, so to speak, and there is nothing you can do about it. There is obviously a lot of heaviness around this, as there would be with any kind of loss. I am being shown a situation of someone walking away from a relationship, and this isn't necessarily you. It may be someone you were in a relationship with that is walking away or is deciding to leave, or you are deciding that something is no longer working for you and you have to leave, but it's met with a lot of turmoil and inner conflict. Some of you may be experiencing a loss of employment, and what I'm being shown is that this is going to happen, unfortunately, before Christmas. And whether you are aware of it now because it's a situation of layoffs coming up, or it will be brought on you without you expecting it, I do feel it has a component of work, employment situation as well. So that's what's happening right now. Let's see what else we can get. In a position of your immediate past, what we have is rejoice and celebration. And this is on an emotion level. However, the card was shown to me in reverse. Okay, what this tells me is that in a very recent past, you were in a situation where you were no longer happy with something, and whether it's a relationship, a job, employment you were in, whether it's something within yourself that you are not happy with. This happened, I want to say, in the last 2 to 3 months or 2 to 3 weeks. I'm getting 2 to 3. And because of that feeling of like the happiness is no longer there, like it left you, you are now in a position where you're feeling a loss, and the loss is imminent. Okay? Let's see what else I can get on this. There are people involved. I feel like there's more than one person involved with this, meaning this could be a situation where there's discontentment in a work situation and there's other people involved in that, or there is a discontentment in a romantic relationship and there are other people involved with that. But it's not just one partner. I feel like there's more people attached to it, so that you were not feeling content not with just that one person or just that one situation, but it spills over to other people connected to it. Okay, that's the best way that I can describe it. For your recent, not too distant future, what we have is, it's actually a very beautiful card, positive movement forward. And this is very much on a physical level, which could pertain to your work, to a relationship, to your health. 8 is also a very auspicious number. It pertains to stability, abundance, movement in a way that feels very solid, a solid foundation. So it's actually a fantastic card to have, considering where you are and where you're coming from. And if you look closely at this card, you will see that this person is sailing off into the sunset, and the person is sailing in a direction of brightness, the direction of where there's sun, there is more illumination, there is more light, there is more clarity. So whatever you're experiencing now, stick with it, try not to resist it, do your best to just move along with the feelings. Don't try to fix them, just move along with the feelings, because soon enough you are going to find yourself in a position where you know where you're going and it feels like it's a lot better and much brighter. Okay, so very good card to have, and this is just in the near future. Okay, in your distant past, what we have is, again, discontent and boredom. And this is number 4, and it's also an emotional card. And what this tells me is that not only in your recent past, but also in your distant past, you have been dealing with a lot of emotional discontentment. Discontentment? That's the right word. Boredom, discontentment, finding yourself in a situation where you're going through the motions of the day, whether it'll be in a work situation, or in a relationship, or a family dynamic, or a friendship, and you've been going through the motions for quite some time. And I'm getting the number 3 on 4. That's 3 to 4 years, not necessarily 3 to 4 months. It could be, but I feel it's more 3 to 4 years. So you've been dealing with this emotional discontentment for quite a long time. It doesn't surprise me now that you're in a position where something has to give, and as a result, you're feeling that there is a loss of some sort that will be experienced. Now, in your distant future, what we see is number 5, emotional loss. 5 is a number of change. This is also an emotional card. You have a lot of emotional cards, so this is obviously very emotional. And I feel like this has to do with either work or relationship. Okay, so I'm going to ask what this means. So what I'm being told is that you're going to feel like you've lost something in the process. However, what he's saying to me is that if you let the past go and you decide to look forward to the future, because what other choice do you have? You can come on top of it, so to speak. And if you look at this gentleman, he has a sun or illumination in the back of him, but he's not facing it. He's not facing it because he either doesn't want to recognize it, he doesn't want to look towards it, or he's too preoccupied with what he's lost. But what I'm being told is, let the feelings of loss dissipate and leave it in the past where it belongs. And that's the only way you can move forward with this. I have to tell you that in the last 4 readings that I had today, November is a very charged month. There's a lot of turmoil with people. There's a lot of letting go. There's a lot of feeling trapped and transformation type energy. So you're not the only one. This is quite consistent now. But fret not, he says, because the future is brighter ahead of you. but you need to allow yourself to let your past go and not get sucked in with the emotions that you're experiencing right now, of the loss, of the heartache. It's almost like there's an inability to move away from what once was. Even though it might not have been great, there is a resistance or an ability to move from what once was. And the only way you can let go of that which you no longer need or which no longer serves you is to cut the ties emotionally and mentally. You may have some physical ties, but you cut the ties emotionally and mentally and move forward. That's the only way you're going to be able to have peace going forward. So let's see what the angels want to say. Knight of Earth, and what this says is loyal, dedicated, honorable, kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel. So I'm going to ask what they want me to say. Okay, so what he's saying to me is, you notice the gentleman, the knight is on a horse, and he's not looking back. He's charging forward. He's also very much alone on his journey. There's no one around him, but he doesn't seem to be fazed by it. He's surrounded by beautiful colors. He's surrounded by greenery. He's surrounded by nature. So he is in tune with the elements of earth, so to speak, with the elements of nature. Let's call it that way. And the horse isn't looking back either. The horse is very content. And what it also shows is that right behind him, there is dark blue. Blue often represents emotions, but he's leaving those behind. So what he's saying here is, what my guide is saying is, time to move forward. Don't look back. Recognize that what once was is no longer now, and you have no choice but to move forward. And I hear there is greener pastures ahead of you. And I think this is the second time that he's asked me to say this. So let me see if there's anything else that he wants me to add to this. I feel like someone left. Someone either left you, someone left work, someone told someone they're no longer needed or they're no longer wanted, work-wise or otherwise. But what he's saying to me is, you need to dust yourself off, get up, and keep walking forward. Don't look back. This is also a testament of your strength. Part of what's happening with this experience, there's a lesson behind it. And I hate the word lessons, but there's no other word I can use or that I feel I can use. The lesson here is to come out of a tough situation, feel like you're being taken down and like you can't continue anymore, just to get up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward, because that's going to allow you to regain your strength. In a period of 3 to 4 months, you will be in a much better position to look at the situation you have left and to reassess it with clear eyes, clear vision. And I feel like whatever is not making sense to you now is going to make sense to you 3 to 4 months down the road. Okay? I hope this makes sense to you. This doesn't make sense to me, as you'd know, because it's not supposed to. A lot of emotional energy, but like I said, November seems to have a lot of heavy, not necessarily bad, but heavy energies connected to it. We are coming to the end of a year, and New Year is just around the corner. New Year also signifies new beginnings. So I'm actually not surprised if you are leaving someone, or if you're leaving a situation, or somebody has left. It is because it's time to close the doors so that new ones can open. Okay? Please let me know if this resonated with you. I would love to hear your comments. Any questions, please post them down in the comments below. And when I get a moment, I will put a video together and answer your questions. I've just been really, really busy lately, but I promise I will do that. And I look forward to doing a reading for you in December. Okay? Thank you so much.